Hello my friends, William Poloniak here from Whole Health Foundation. Today I'm going to make some Mandarin orange juice. They're great for juice. For eating they're fine, but they have a lot of seeds and I find that to be a little annoying. So today I'm making Mandarin orange juice. I did try to clean these, but it wasn't as successful as I would have liked, so I'm going to peel them, then make juice. Let's take a look. Now I have 33 oranges here, so I'm going to peel them and set them aside, and then later press juice. And as you can see, many of the oranges, the Mandarin oranges that I have here, the skin is very, very dirty, like this one, and it's just a pain in the neck to clean it, so I'm going to peel them to make sure that my juice is pure. Okay, I decided to sit down to peel these. I've got over 30 oranges, 33 to be exact. Now here's my last Mandarin orange. I'll get this peeled. I'm going to throw the peelings away in the compost and we'll press the peeled oranges. Alright, the first thing I'll do is transfer these peeled oranges into that bowl. And then I have two cloths here specifically saved in the freezer for citrus. I'll unfold these frozen cloths, then I'm going to line them with a bamboo liner so that the fruit juice or the fruit pulp does not stick to the cloth. Whenever you do greens only or fruit only, you always use a bamboo liner. So, we'll take out a bamboo liner, line the cloth, and because these oranges are so small, we'll put 3 or 4 in. Fold the bamboo over in both directions, then the cloth over the bamboo liner. And I'm going to set this aside and press 2 cloths full at one time because the fruit is so small. Oh, let's line that with a bamboo liner again. Almost forgot. Now we'll get a collection bowl and the juice tray. And I remind you, you don't need to shred the citrus. You just peel it and press it. So into the press, centered left to right, centered front to back, all the way back, and back it off a little bit. Now you back it off a little, especially with fruit. Now you back it off, especially with fruit and greens only, because the cloths are very slippery and you don't want them to slip apart. So as soon as you get traction and juice flow, advance that all the way. Now we'll back that off and we'll load these cloths again. And you do not throw away your bamboo liner. And I want to remind you that you do not throw away the pulp. You put new pulp on top of the old pulp. I'm going to put 5 fruits in here instead of just 4. Fold the bamboo liner over again in both directions, and then the cloth over the bamboo liner. And we'll do that again with the second cloth. Again, you do not throw away the bamboo liner. Open it up and reload the cloth. Let's put in 4 fruits this time. 5 fruits, I mean. 1 in the middle and 4 around. Fold the bamboo over as before in both directions. And then the cloth over the bamboo liner. As tight a package as you can make, tighter the better. And then into the press it will go. Centered left to right, centered front to back, all the way back, back off the handle a little. And as soon as we get juice flow, advance that all the way. and we'll load them up again. Turn the machine off while we're doing that. Now, as before, we do not throw away the pulp. We open up the cloth. I notice it's bursting at the edges a little. That's pretty normal. There's no cloth on the planet that could put up with that pressure with a paper napkin or towel. So let's put in 5 fruits again. 1 in the center. It looks like we can get 6 in here, maybe 7. Okay, fold the bamboo liner over. They're very small fruits, so get as many in there as you can. And it's very important to have a tight package. If it's not tight enough, the bamboo is going to burst more than it should. Alright, into the press. Centered left to right, centered front to back. Adjust if need be, all the way back, back it off. And before you turn it on, check that the press is on there properly. And as soon as you get juice flow, advance that all the way. Never throw away your pulp until the very end, but before you do, I'm going to demonstrate how you can get 10% more juice. So I'm going to form this spent pulp into a tight ball. And I'm going to fold it in a special way with the cloths folded under like so, 2 or 3 or 4 times, as many times as I can, in both directions. Turn it upside down, flatten it, set it aside, and do the same thing to this one. Take it out, form it into a tight ball. Now you can see that the bamboo burst at the corners a little bit. That's very, very normal. Fold this into a tight package. As tight as you can, 3 or 4 times under in both directions. And I think we can press 2 of these at a time. We'll see if they'll fit. Looks like they're just going to fit. Make sure it's on the press tray properly, centered left to right, centered front to back, all the way back. Back it off a little. It's very important to back it off a little because fruit is very, very slippery. So let's see how much extra juice we get. Now we got traction and juice flow, so we'll advance that all the way. Now this juice that we're pressing now is almost like syrup. It's very, very concentrated. And I want to remind you that the best nutrients and the most helpful nutrients are in this last pressing. So far we have 3 ounces of juice, that's 10%, and we'll continue pressing as long as we have a steady flow of juice. Looks like we're going to have almost 3.5 ounces of juice. And now we're forming droplets from time to time, so I'm going to back that off. Wow, very, very syrupy. Not thin like orange juice would be, but very much like a syrup. So we've got 4 extra ounces of juice. So that's almost 15%. So let's put these into bottles. Now after I scrub all the pulp off here that might have stuck oozing out of the corners of the bamboo liners, one thing that most people really forget to do is clean around the corners. And this is very, very important, especially when you have citrus, because any pulp, calcium from vegetables and sugar from citrus will stick, especially around the corners. And I'll fold these cloths into thirds just like they came packaged, and then press the water up, put them in the plastic bag, and into the freezer. Germs and airborne contaminants cannot grow in the freezer, and that's why we put them in the freezer. So we have 2 cloths here. We'll press the water out and then we'll put them in the freezer. And as soon as most of the water is out, we'll put them back in a plastic bag and into the freezer. There we go. And we'll put this in the freezer. It looks like we have 2 bottles. 2 bottles full and enough for a taste. Now for a taste test. Oh, that is delicious. A little too sweet for me. I think what I might do is mix the 100% juice with maybe 20% water. We'll give that a try next time. Well, I hope you like what you've seen, my friends. If you do, please tell a friend. If you'd like to get some recipes from me, buy a juicer or supplies, call me at 760-753-0321. Or if you prefer email, developtrust@cox.net, and my webpage is wholehealthfound.com. See you in the next video.